Hi dear students, welcome to business studies class. So today in this class we are going to discuss about the functions of a management and the second topic, that is a coordination, and what are the important characteristics of a coordination and importance of coordination. So functions of managements are already explained. So total 5 functions of management are there. Those are planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. So already we are discussed about the importance and characteristics of management. We are cleared about the definition of a management. Then here what are the functions manager have? Manager को कौन से काम करने चाहिए within a business. So total 5 functions are there. Functions means काम करना, work. Okay. So 5 functions are there. So first one is a planning, then organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. So what is mean planning? So planning means what? It is the first and foremost function of any organization. So already I told it is the responsibility of top level management. So in last class we are discussed about the level of management, that is the top level, middle level or lower level or supervisory level of management. So it is the function of top level management. So mostly what are the plan required for the business organization, which kind of activity we are going to be performed, we are deciding that in earlier. For that process we can call as a planning. So planning का मतलब क्या है? What work we are going to do for our business, so we are deciding in advance. So which kind of things we are deciding in advance, what to do, हमें क्या करना है, when to do, कब करना है, and who is going to do it, और कौन करने वाला है ये काम. So those things we are deciding in advance. For that we can call as a planning. So it become a bridge, or it become the gap between where we are and where we want to reach. So take an example, just a planning, it makes a bridge, otherwise it fills a gap between where we are and where we want to go. हम कहाँ है और हमें कहाँ जाने वाले हैं, उस बीच में जो ब्रिज रहता है और गैप रहता है, that is mean the planning. So simple definition of planning is there. Within the planning chapter we will discuss clearly what is the planning, what is the importance, limitation, everything we will discuss within the chapter 4, that is a planning. So already what are the function of management, that is a planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. So separate chapters you have, that is the chapter number 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 respectively. So clearly we will discuss the things, but in this first chapter just it is a overview of all the functions of management. So sometimes this question may be asked for the 8 marks within your exam. So which are the functions of management? So planning means what? Simple definition, that is the planning, we are thinking in advance what to do, how to do, when to do and by whom to do. So क्या करना है, कब करना है और कौन करने वाला है और कैसे भी करना है. सो दैट इज़ द प्लानिंग. सो सेकेंड थिंग, दैट इज़ ऑर्गेनाइजिंग. So organizing means what? Organizing means deciding the framework of working, how many units and subunits are needed or how many posts are needed, how to distribute the authority and responsibilities. So basically organizing means set up the organizational structure. So basically two organizational structures are there, functional structure and divisional structure. So organizing का मतलब क्या है? We are deciding the structure of the business. So what is the structure of the business? So two structure are there, that is a divisional structure and functional structure. So structure means we are distributing the department, we are making the departments. If we are making a department according to the functions, so that is the functional structure. And if we are making a department according to the products, number of products, for that we can call as a divisional structure. So ऑर्गेनाइजिंग में क्या करना है, हमें एक बिजनेस का स्ट्रक्चर डिफाइन करना है. सो स्ट्रक्चर का मतलब क्या है? टू स्ट्रक्चर्स आर देयर, डिविजनल स्ट्रक्चर एंड फंक्शनल स्ट्रक्चर. फंक्शनल स्ट्रक्चर में काम के अनुसार हमें डिपार्टमेंट बनाना है. सो काम क्या है? प्लानिंग करना है तो प्लानिंग डिपार्टमेंट, प्रोडक्शन करना है तो प्रोडक्शन डिपार्टमेंट, क्वालिटी चेक करना है तो क्वालिटी डिपार्टमेंट, सेलिंग एंड परचेजिंग करना है तो सेल्स डिपार्टमेंट. यानी डिपार्टमेंट बना रहे हैं. विद इन द ऑर्गेनाइजिंग वी आर मेकिंग द डिपार्टमेंट्स. सो हाउ वी आर मेकिंग द डिपार्टमेंट्स? अकॉर्डिंग टू द वर्क, अकॉर्डिंग टू द फंक्शन. फॉर दैट वी कैन कॉल द फंक्शनल स्ट्रक्चर, यानी काम के अनुसार हम डिपार्टमेंट बना रहे तो दैट इज़ द फंक्शनल स्ट्रक्चर. Second thing, that is a divisional structure, means what, within the same organization if number of products are there, so एक ही ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के बहुत सारे प्रोडक्ट्स प्रोडक्शन एक ही फैक्ट्री में होते हैं, सो उसमें हम प्रोडक्ट के अनुसार डिपार्टमेंट बनाते हैं, यानी कि प्रोडक्ट ए, प्रोडक्ट बी, प्रोडक्ट सी और प्रोडक्ट डी. Once again within the divisional structure functional structure is there. That means अभी प्रोडक्ट ए है, take an example now, take an industry of Tata. So Tata, it is not related with the vehicles. So Tata namak hai, that is one product. Tata vehicles hai, that is another product. So different products are there with the same company. तो प्रोडक्ट के अनुसार उनके डिपार्टमेंट बनाते हैं. Otherwise take an example of Reliance, they have different types of products. So if they are going to make a department according to the product, so for that we can call as a divisional structure. So clearly we will discuss what is the organizing, what are the importance, how many things are we have to follow within the organizing. So we will discuss within the chapter number 5. So let it be in short. Organizing means what, setting of organizational structure, यानी कि define करना हमें functional structure बनाना है या divisional structure बनाना है. Otherwise how many units or departments are required, we have to decide it earlier. Next, how many posts are required, suppose it is a college organization, so within the college organizations are same thing. If it is a functional structure, यानी कि काम के अनुसार हम डिपार्टमेंट बना रहे, so only official work, that is one office department. Only work related with the exam, that is the exam department. The work related with the admission, that is a admission department. Okay, the work related with the teaching only, that is a teaching department. If the departments are going to be made according to the work, that is the functional structure. और divisional structure यानी कि प्रोडक्ट के अनुसार साइंस डिफरेंट, कॉमर्स डिफरेंट, आर्ट डिफरेंट. साइंस में एडमिशन करने वाला अलग होगा, साइंस के एग्ज़ाम लेने वाला अलग होगा, साइंस की टीचिंग फैकल्टी डिफरेंट होगी. Same for a commerce, that is the divisional structure. If we are distributing the things according, if we are distributing the departments according to the product, that is the divisional, according to the work, that is a functional. So after that we have to decide the post and designations. So post means what, suppose for college organization how many subjects are there, for how many students, according to that how many teachers are required for that particular subject, which are the common subjects are there. Otherwise who are the head of the department, who are a principal. So these are the designations and posts are required to run any kind of to run the college organization. But for different organization different posts and designations are needed. So how many means how to distribute the responsibility and authority, that is also very important within the organizing. Means if the you can distribute the responsibility also, you can distribute the authority also, but accountability can't be delegated. So authority or what is the authority, responsibility and accountability we will clearly discuss within the 5th chapter. But basically within the organization one person can't able to take all the decisions, so for that purpose we have to distribute the authority to take the decision. For that we can call as a delegation. So delegation also same, decentralization is there, centralization is there. So this topic we will clearly discuss within the 5th chapter. Then next, third function of management is there, that is the staffing. So staffing, it refers to the recruitment, selection, training, development and appointment of the employees. So simple thing, that is means staffing, it is a picking a right person for the right job, यानी कि from the bunk of people we are choosing a correct person which is required for our organization. So that is the staffing. So यानी कि recruit करना means first we have to find out how many workload is there, and to complete that workload how many workforce is required. So if workforce means what, how many number of employees are required to complete the work. So first we have to decide how many number of employees we are required, and first we are observing if earlier employees are present. Suppose for our organization 10 employees are required to complete the work, but we have only 5 employees, then we have to take another 5 employees to do the work. Otherwise that is the staffing process. Otherwise sometimes what is going to happen, you required only 10 people to complete the work, but you have extra, that is a 15 employees you have extra, so 5 employees you have to surrender that. Okay, so that is the staffing. So what is it, first decide how many workforce is required. So if it is a less, then go for to take the go for the recruitment, that means go for the advertising, how many employees you required, which kind of qualification you required, which kind of experience you required. So everything you should go for the different go for the promotion of that thing. That is the recruitment means what, you are motivating peoples or motivating candidates to apply for that job. It is a vacant job, to apply for the job. After that, take a interview of that employee, then go for the selection of the employee. So for within the interview they undergone the different test, we will discuss within the chapter number 6, that is the staffing. So after that, assign them duties. Suppose you are selecting a 5 employees, you should assign them their duties, you should tell them their responsibilities and take care, and after that take care their grievance also. Suppose that employees are not able to do the work, you should provide a training to them and proper remuneration, that means proper salary you have to provide to them, and maintain their personal data also. So everything, that is the human resource management, which is going to be followed by the staffing process. So next function of management, that is directing. So it refers to guiding, instructing, inspiring and motivating the employees. So only selection of employee, giving a training to employee, it is not enough. What is going to happen, by doing the same work at certain point, the employees are going to get bored, they are not much more interested to do the work. So that time what is going to happen, they are not interested to do the work, they are doing the laziness. But it is a bad thing for the organization. So it is a responsibility of managers, all level managers, to motivate to their employee to, because employee should give the 100% for the organization. So motivation means what, you should give a direction, otherwise you should give instructions to employees, you should observe them, otherwise you should supervise them. Suppose if employee is doing the work and they are wasting the product, that time you should supervise them. Suppose they are facing any difficulty at that situation, you try to solve their problems. Suppose they need extra thing, uh, just like a training or promotions, you have to provide them. Which kind of motivation they are required, you have to provide such kind of motivation to your employees. So within the motivation, two kinds of motivations are there. One is a financial incentive and another one is a non financial incentive. That means employees को पैसे, in terms of money they required a motivation, that is a financial incentives, and not in terms of money they required the motivation, for that we can call the non financial incentives. So financial incentives means what, they required a gift, otherwise they required a gift, otherwise bonus, extra salary, or PF facility, that is a provident fund facility, pension facility, or housing allowance. So such kind of allowance in terms of money they require, that is the financial incentive. And sometimes the employees, they don't want the financial incentive, just they want the non financial incentive, just like a promotion or training or job rotation, so etc. So we will clearly discuss within the chapter number 7, that is a directing. And last function of a management, that is a controlling. So it is controlling means, are the it is the main function of management. Controlling is a monitoring the organizational performance towards the attainment of organizational goals. So simple thing within the controlling, so controlling and planning, these are like a two sides of a one coin. Means what? Within the planning, you are deciding in advance what you want. Okay, suppose take an example, you decided you want a 90% marks within your exam, and controlling is the last function of a management after exam, how much percentage you got. Suppose you decided you will take a 95, but you got a 85, then according to the planning, you want a 95, but in reality didn't got that you in reality you got the 85 only. So why this difference are going to be arising? You are deciding different, but you are getting different. So that means planned value and actual value, if there is a difference is there, that is a if it is negligible, okay, you decided 95 and you got 94, it is okay. But if you decided 95 but you got a 85, there is a lot of difference between that thing. So that time you require the controlling. That means it is a clearly telling that according to the plans the things are not running. So that time you should observe, you should supervise, you should monitor your employees according to the plans they are doing the work or not. If everything is running according to the planning what you are decided, that only you are going to get it. But if according to the planning things are not running, that time clearly you can understood that there is a lack of controlling. So controlling, it is also important activity to run the things according to the plan. So these are the functions of management. Next topic, that is the coordination. So coordination, it is not a function of management. So coordination का मतलब क्या है, एक दूसरे से मिला के लेना, that is not a function of management but it is the essence of management. For any kind of business organization to run the business organization, coordination, it is a very important thing. Otherwise the things are not run in good condition, because every employee is a different, every employee they have different attitude, they have different background, their working style is different. So that time it become a difficult to manage with other person. So that's why coordination is required, and it is a deliberate function. That means compulsory manager should perform the coordination function which can bring the harmony within the organization. सो क्या होता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में सबका सोचने का तरीका अलग है, काम करने का तरीका अलग है, उनकी बैकग्राउंड अलग है. सो ड्यू टू दैट कन्फ्लिक्ट, झगड़ा होने के चांसेस ज़्यादा रहते हैं, एक दूसरे के साथ मिला के नहीं लेते. बट फॉर बिजनेस पर्पज़ क्या होता है, एक दूसरे के साथ मिला के लेना चाहिए, क्योंकि टू रन द बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन दैट इज़ द इम्पॉर्टेंट फैक्टर. सो हार्मनी मेंटेन करना, एक संगता मेंटेन करना बिजनेस में, उसके लिए कोऑर्डिनेशन चाहिए, एक दूसरे के साथ मिला के रहना चाहिए. सो एक दूसरे के साथ हम तो खुद मिला के नहीं रहते. So that's why it is a responsibility of manager to bring the coordination within the organization. So एक दूसरे के ऊपर हम डिपेंड है, उसका काम होने के बाद हमारा होगा, हमारा काम उसके ऊपर डिपेंड होगा. So for that purpose we should make the coordination within the organization. So coordination is the balancing and keeping together team by ensuring suitable allocation of tasks to the various members and seeing that the tasks are performed with the harmony among the member themselves. So basically teamwork होता है, that is the coordination. कोई भी इंडिविजुअल बिजनेस में काम नहीं कर सकता, इंडिविजुअली सबका काम अलग है, बट सबका काम मिला के उस बिजनेस का काम होता है. सो टीम वर्क, इट इज़ अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो दैट इज़ द coordination, and it is the essence of management and bring together all the activities and resources of the organization and bring harmony in them. Now let's see what are the features of coordination. So first feature, or you can call the characteristics of coordination, is coordination integrates group activity. So just I told, within the every business organization, individual employee, individual worker, they are assigned their individual work, but completion of individual work, that is going to be complete, or that is integrated the group efforts. So it integrates diverse business activity into the purposeful group activity, ensuring that all people work in the on the same direction to achieve organizational goal. So simple thing, in organization many employees are working, so they are with a different background, styles of working or view is totally different. So there is a need to move their efforts in the common direction with the coordination. So simple example, suppose it is your class or college organization. So for one particular class you have total 6 subjects, and all 6 subject teachers should contribute their 100% for the organization. कोई 2 टीचर अच्छा सिखा रहे हैं, बाकी नहीं सिखा रहे, तो रिज़ल्ट 100% कॉलेज का नहीं आएगा। सबको सेम काम करना है, सबका सेम कोऑर्डिनेशन होना चाहिए, देन ओनली वी कैन अचीव द ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल गोल। सिर्फ एक दूसरा काम करके बिजनेस में प्रॉफिट होगा, दैट इज़ नॉट द मैटर। सो वी आर इंटरडिपेंडेंट, सबका ग्रुप एफर्ट, सो सभी टीचर्स का ग्रुप एफर्ट होना चाहिए उस क्लास का रिजल्ट आने के लिए। सो दैट इज़ द कोऑर्डिनेशन। सो एक दूसरे के साथ कोऑर्डिनेशन अच्छा है टीचर्स का, they have proper knowledge. If they don't have, they have the proper coordination, so that time we can bring harmony also, and that time we can bring the good result, good profit for the organization also. So it happens due to the coordination. Next feature or characteristics of coordination is coordination ensures unity of action. It directs the activities of different departments and employees toward achievement of common goal and bring unity in the efforts. So manager work continuously, otherwise it is never ending process, because it efforts of individual or act of all the department or resources of the organization are required. So is unity of action is required for the coordination, otherwise due to the coordination you can get the unity of action. Next, coordination, it is a continuous process, so it is just like a planning or just like a management. Coordination is also continuous process. Once you did it, it is not complete, always you have to follow the coordination within the organization. So it is not a specific activity or matter, it required at all levels in all department till the organization continue its operation, or manager work continually to bring the coordination and harmony in the work. So making a coordination, it is a function of a manager, and always manager should bring the coordination within the organization, and it is not only a single activity, one times activity, it is a continuous activity. Then coordination is a pervasive or all pervasive function. The meaning of pervasive is all over, so it is universal in nature. It synchronizes the activity of all level and department as they are interdependent to maintain the organizational balance. So all activities or resources and function are interdependent, so and interlinked. सो क्या होता है परवेसिव, दैट मीन्स कोऑर्डिनेशन सभी जगह रिक्वायरमेंट है, टॉप लेवल में भी होगा, मिडल लेवल में भी होगा, टॉप एंड मिडल लेवल में होगा, मिडल और लोअर लेवल में होगा, मैनेजर एक दूसरे के साथ कोऑर्डिनेशन कर रहे हैं. सपोज व्हाट इज गोइंग टू बी हैपन, सी अभी टीचर्स में कोऑर्डिनेशन होना चाहिए, टीचर्स स्टूडेंट के साथ कोऑर्डिनेशन होना चाहिए, टीचर्स का टॉप लेवल मैनेजमेंट के साथ कोऑर्डिनेशन होना चाहिए. दैट मीन्स इट रिक्वायर्ड ऑल लेवल ऑफ ऑल लेवल, दैट इज़ इट इज़ अ परवेसिव. कोऑर्डिनेशन सिर्फ टीचर्स में होने से अच्छा रिजल्ट नहीं आएगा. कोऑर्डिनेशन शुड रिक्वायर्ड विद देयर टॉप लेवल ऑल्सो, विद देयर स्टूडेंट ऑल्सो. सभी जगह कोऑर्डिनेशन होना चाहिए, दैट इज़ द फर्स्ट थिंग. एंड व्हाट थिंग्स आर डिपेंड, every employee's work, it is interdependent and interlink with each other. So सबका काम एक दूसरे के ऊपर डिपेंड है. सपोज आई एम टीचिंग अ बिजनेस स्टडी, it is not a complete package, so I am dependent on someone dependent on my subject. सो एक दूसरे के साथ एक दूसरे का टॉपिक दूसरे चैप्टर में आएगा, दूसरे का टॉपिक हमारे चैप्टर में आएगा. सो दैट इज़ इंटरलिंक्ड एंड इंटरडिपेंडेंट ऑन ईच अदर. सिर्फ एक ही सब्जेक्ट में स्कोर करके अच्छा यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू गेट अ गुड रिजल्ट, सभी सब्जेक्ट में होना चाहिए, सो देन ओनली यू कैन कॉल एज अ पास. सो दैट इज वाई द थिंग्स आर डिपेंड ऑन ईच अदर और interlinked with each other. So coordination is required in all level of management, in all the departments, and perform all the functions. Next, that is the coordination is the responsibility of all the managers. Yes, so it is not the responsibility of worker. Compulsory manager try to bring coordination within the employees, try to bring coordination between the superior and subordinate. So it equally important at all the three top, middle and lower level of manager. Thus it is the responsibility of all the managers that they make effort to establish coordination. Then that is the thing. Not only it is a top level manager, but every level of manager perform this function. So top level manager should bring the coordinate all over a plan and policies. Middle level manager bring the coordinate within the departmental activities, and lower level management bring the coordination act of workers. So it is the responsibility of all level managers. Then last but not least, coordination, it is a deliberate, that means planned function is there. A manager has to coordinate the effort different people in a conscious and deliberate manner. See, important feature it is, no coordination effort of individual can't be unified, so lead to choices and confusion. So manager perform this function deliberately to act smoothly without any confusion. सो डिलिबरेट फंक्शन का मतलब क्या है, कंपल्सरी एक्ट करना है, नहीं तो प्लान बना के एक दूसरे के साथ मिलजुल के लेना है. अदरवाइज व्हाट इज गोइंग टू बी हैपन, देयर इज मे बी चांसेस ऑफ चॉइसेस और कन्फ्यूजन और कन्फ्लिक्ट्स इज देयर. सिंपल एग्जांपल, सपोज आपका कॉलेज का फर्स्ट डे है, आपको कोई भी दूसरा स्टूडेंट पता नहीं है, तो पहले दिन आप एक दूसरे के साथ बात करने में थोड़ा हिचकते हो. सो पहले दिन में आपकी फ्रेंडशिप नहीं होती. So that is the thing here. So that's why compulsorily, intentionally you are making a friendship with each other. So that is the deliberate function. So same thing manager को करना पड़ता है, एक दूसरे के साथ नहीं मिलता तो भी उनका कंपल्सरी और इंटेंशनली उनका फ्रेंडशिप मिला के उनका कोऑर्डिनेशन करना, it is the responsibility of manager. Then last topic of this chapter, that is the importance of coordination. So after this chapter is going to be completed. So first importance, that is a growth in size. When there is a growth in size, the number of people employed by the organization also increases. Thus to integrate the effort, coordination is needed. So why the coordination is important? Suppose the size of the organization, it is a big size. So if it is a big size, means number of employees are also more, or work is also more. So each worker have different need, different objective, different attitude, different style of working. So due to that there may be the chances of choices, conflicts. So if you manager is going to bring the coordination, it increases need to bring the together this employees effort to make it group effort to achieve a common goal. सो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बड़ा है तो वर्कर्स भी ज़्यादा होंगे, काम भी ज़्यादा है, सबका एटीट्यूड अलग है, सबका ऑब्जेक्टिव अलग है, सबका वर्किंग स्टाइल अलग है. सो इफ़ मैनेजर परफॉर्म द कोऑर्डिनेशन फंक्शन डिलिबरेटली that time, so automatically big size organization can be maintained smoothly. Then functional differentiate. In any organization there are separate departments and different goals are there. The process by linking these activity is achieved by the coordination. So organization have lot of function or activities to perform according to the department, section, division, but all these departments are interdependent and interlinked with each other. So there is a need to bring together act of different departments as a part of one of the organization only. So if the departments are going to be made according to the function, just take an example. सपोज प्लानिंग डिपार्टमेंट का काम क्या है, क्या काम करना है बिजनेस का, उसका प्लानिंग करना. उसके बाद वो प्लानिंग प्रोडक्शन डिपार्टमेंट में जाएगा, प्लानिंग के अनुसार प्रोडक्शन डिपार्टमेंट प्रोडक्शन करेंगे. प्रोडक्शन करने के बाद वो प्रोडक्ट क्वालिटी डिपार्टमेंट में जाएगा, वो क्वालिटी चेक करेंगे. उसके बाद वो पैकेजिंग डिपार्टमेंट जाएगा, वो प्रोडक्ट पैकेजिंग होगा. उसके बाद वो प्रोडक्ट सेल्स डिपार्टमेंट में जाएगा, यानी वहाँ से वो प्रोडक्ट मार्केट में सेल होने के लिए जाएगा. सो दैट इज़ अ फंक्शनल डिफ्रेंशिएशन. सो सबका काम अलग है, सब डिपार्टमेंट का काम अलग है, बट एक का काम कंप्लीट होने के बाद ही दूसरा काम कर सकता है. दैट फॉर दैट पर्पज़ प्रॉपर कोऑर्डिनेशन इज़ रिक्वायर्ड. सो सिर्फ वो प्रोडक्ट बेच के मार्केट में जाने के बाद वो काम ख़त्म नहीं होगा. वहाँ का कस्टमर का रिस्पॉन्स कैसा है, वंस अगेन सेल्स डिपार्टमेंट को लाना पड़ेगा. मीन्स इट इज़ अ साइकिल. सो ऑल डिपार्टमेंट हैव डिफरेंट वर्क, but they are dependent on each other, they are interlinked on each other. So for that purpose coordination is important. And last but not the least, that is a specialization. So modern organization is characterized by the high degree of specialization. So coordination is required among a different specialists because there are different approaches and judgment. So a large and modern organization have number of specialists or expert workers. So they all are work in their own way, maybe a chances of choices or confusion or conflict. So there is a need to coordinate the act of this specialist in one direction. So क्या होता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, अभी सपोज वी आर ऑल सब 6 सब्जेक्ट टीचर्स, तो हम खुद को हम स्पेशलिस्ट बोलते हैं, हाँ ये सब्जेक्ट मेरे से अच्छा कोई नहीं सिखाता। दूसरे टीचर्स को भी वैसे लगेगा कि ये सब्जेक्ट मेरे से अच्छा कोई भी नहीं सिखाता। सो वन सुपेरियरिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स इज गोइंग टू बी जनरेटेड देयर। तो मुझे घमंड होगा कि मेरे से अच्छा कोई नहीं सिखाता, दूसरों को भी वैसा ही होगा। सो बिकॉज दे आर स्पेशलिस्ट विद इन देयर वर्क। सो ड्यू टू द कोऑर्डिनेशन दिस थिंग्स आर गोइंग टू बी रिमूव, बिकॉज हम सबका काम मिला के ही एक काम कंप्लीट होना है। सिर्फ कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ ओनली वन पर्सन, इट इज़ नॉट गोइंग टू बी कंप्लीट द वर्क ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। हमें एक दूसरे के साथ मिलजुल के रहना है, मिलजुल के काम करना है, तभी ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल का ऑब्जेक्टिव कंप्लीट होगा। इफ़ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल ऑब्जेक्टिव इज कंप्लीटिंग, automatically our personal goals also satisfied. For that purpose coordination is required. So what is the management in 21st century? So management in 21st century means a new ways, trends, ideas, techniques of doing the business and make it possible to think of the organizational as global organizational. So I hope you got the clear all the concept of first chapter. So we are starting from, just I am revising the things. So we are starting from the definition of management. After that we are discussed about the difference between efficiency and effectiveness. Then features or characteristics of management. Total 7 characteristics are there. Then objectives of management, that is organizational objective, social objective, personal objectives of management. Then we are discussed about the importance of management, then levels of management, and nature of management, that is a management as an art, science and profession. And in today's video we are discussed about the function of management and coordination, features of coordination, and last, that is the importance of coordination. So these are the topics we are discussed within the first chapter. I hope you got the clear concept about it. Suppose still if you have any doubt, we will clarify your doubt within the live class. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe.